What if your existing application could become intelligent in literally 1 week? Okay, I know, it sounds like one of those impossible marketing promises, right? But the reality of enterprise software has completely shifted right beneath our feet. We're not talking about years-long digital transformations anymore. We are talking about days.
Welcome to today's explainer, integrating AI into existing apps.
Part 1. The AI architecture paradigm, moving from rules to probabilities.
Okay, let's dive into this. Today, we're tracking a super fast-paced history to really demystify enterprise AI. To grasp how developers are actually plugging powerful AI into their existing apps right now, we've got to understand a fundamental paradigm shift. We have to draw a really sharp line between traditional software and modern LLM-powered architecture. Look, conventional software is deterministic, right? It relies on explicit, hand-coded logic. It's predictable. You put an input in, it flows through a static, linear pipeline, and you get the exact same output every single time. But LLM-powered systems, completely different beast. They are probabilistic. Their behavior actually depends on domain data, contextual grounding, and model weights. They operate in these recursive, iterative loops. Basically, code is no longer the sole source of logic. The model and the data are running the show now.
Part 2. Fall of monolithic frameworks, the framework tax.
Now, adapting to this new reality wasn't exactly smooth sailing. Let's move to and see how this builds if we look at a really compressed timeline. Back in early 2023, building AI literally just meant making raw API calls. Honestly, it was tedious and super brittle. So by late 2023, we saw the rise of monolithic frameworks like LangChain and Llama Index. They promised to just abstract everything and do all the heavy lifting for you. Great, right? Well, as the models themselves got inherently smarter natively, these massive frameworks actually became a bottleneck. And that friction led to the introduction of the Model Context Protocol, or MCP, in 2024, which finally brings us to 2026, the era of clean agent SDKs and standard protocols. The underlying tech just evolved way faster than those early frameworks could adapt.
And man, the developer frustration with those 2023 monoliths was intense. Check out this quote from a developer who hit the nail on the head. They noted, "Abstraction on top of abstraction. You want to make a simple API call? That's a chain, diving into source code to understand which abstraction swallowed my error." Yeah, that right there, that is the expensive framework tax. Deep, nested abstraction layers in those legacy tools turned debugging into an absolute nightmare. When things broke, you were literally fighting the framework's opinions instead of, actually solving your business problem.
Part 3. The Agent SDK Revolution, Transparent Orchestration.
So to cure that framework bloat, modern SDKs, like the OpenAI Agents SDK or the Microsoft Agent Framework, take a totally different approach. They do not try to wrap your entire application stack in their own logic. Instead, they focus strictly on just 4 core primitives: tool execution, agent handoffs, memory persistence, and guardrails with tracing. That's the whole shebang. By stripping away all the fluff, they actually work directly with the model's native capabilities, instead of trying to work around them.
And here is a real game changer. We honestly don't need massive frameworks to write boilerplate glue code for us anymore. Why? Because AI coding agents like Claude Code and Cursor can whip up that custom glue code in minutes. It is just so much more efficient to have an AI write a plain, dependency-free Python integration that's tailored perfectly to your specific app. I mean, it absolutely beats fighting a bloated framework's rigid abstractions at 2 a.m., for sure.
Part 4. The single language advantage. Pure Python web frameworks.
But the architecture of the AI agent is really only half the puzzle. We also have to look at the web stack itself. And this brilliantly illustrates what happens when we analyze AI token usage across different setups. A glaring problem pops up. Older web frameworks, think Flask or Django, force AI coding tools to juggle 2 completely different languages. You're managing Python on the back end and JavaScript on the front end. This split stack setup literally burns through tokens and dramatically increases the risk of the AI hallucinating your code. But look at a pure Python framework like Reflex. It has incredibly low token usage. Why? Because the AI only has to reason about one single unified codebase.
Choosing a single language framework like Reflex gives you full-stack language parity. You are completely cutting out that awful front-end, back-end context switching. For an AI agent generating code, jumping between a Django back-end and a React front-end creates massive coordination errors. Reflex just eliminates that gap entirely. Plus, native WebSocket support is built right in for real-time streaming. The end result is a codebase that is highly maintainable both by your human engineers and your AI coding assistants.
Part 5. Standardizing with model context. The end of lock-in.
Okay, so we've got our lightweight agent SDKs, and we're using single language web frameworks. But how on earth do these intelligent agents actually talk to your company's existing databases, your internal tools, your SaaS platforms? Well, the key to this interoperability is the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. Introduced back in late 2024, MCP is an open standard. It provides a universal shared interface for AI models to communicate with external tools and data sources. Think about it. Before MCP, you just had to cross your fingers and hope your specific AI framework had a proprietary connector for your database. But now, you build an MCP server once, and it works across literally any compliant agent SDK. It's basically a universal plug for your enterprise data.
Part 6. Intelligent apps. Built fast. Real-world ROI.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it grounds all this architectural theory into real, practical business impact. Let's walk through a real-world case study from Duolingo. We can see a dramatic before and after transformation here. So, November 2024, their MCP journey started with these painful manual local configurations. Just a headache. By May 2025, they tried centralizing the setups, but honestly, they got plagued by mismatched runtimes and these weird zombie processes taking over developer machines. But then, they standardized. By August 2025, they moved entirely to standard HTTP-based internal MCP servers. And the major breakthrough happened in September 2025. They launched a zero-setup Duolingo AI Slack bot that handles all the complex tool orchestration completely autonomously.
So the crucial point is this. By standardizing with MCP and utilizing those modern agent SDKs, Duolingo empowered their engineers to instantly query Honeycomb, GitHub, Jira, and PagerDuty directly from Slack. And they did it with absolutely zero local setup required. This, right here, is exactly what happens when your architecture is modular, standardized, and most importantly, gets out of the way of your data.
Let's summarize the journey we've taken in this explainer today. The past of AI development was absolutely defined by legacy AI frameworks. We're talking heavy abstractions, high token burn across dual language stacks, opaque errors that make you pull your hair out, and a massive framework tax. The present and the future, however, that belongs to modern agent architecture, lightweight agent SDKs, universal MCP standards, clean single-language reflex codebases, and completely transparent execution. The contrast is literally night and day when it comes to long-term code maintainability and sheer deployment speed. Which leaves us with one absolutely critical question for you to ask about your own tech stack. As you look to integrate AI into your existing applications, are you building with the frameworks of the past or the architecture of the future?
Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I hope it gave you some real clarity on the fastest, smartest ways to add AI capabilities to your workflows. If you found this breakdown helpful, please drop a like, share it with your team, and be sure to subscribe for more deep dives. See you next time.